going to be a little bit dark, but I hope that's okay. After continuously studying stuff and noticing that this is less of a game of chance. This is highly coordinated. So ask me questions about crypto in this video if you guys do rewind to the beginning. And I'll tell you in a monotone, boring way some answers. As I stare at these people doing things, having behaviors that are in line with basically insider trading type behavior. So I learned about this when I sat in a token, right? And it was like such a weird moment. I bought in for such a low amount at such a weird time, and I noticed that the person continued to trade after. They didn't just pull out, right? And I saw a couple tokens bond that way. But that was after I held with a tiny amount. Right? Now, what I learned is that these people are absolutely scanning people's wallets. They're trying to scan specific wallets. And if they see a wallet that doesn't, if it's like a foreign wallet outside of their trading community, then they don't pump it. They dump it, and they give back all of their spoils back to the community. I figured it out, right? I'm looking at one particular token that's having a hard time getting it up. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the actual price. You know, right now it's going for a deep dip. It's going for the dippiest dip right now. Yeah. It's trying to look as dead as possible, okay? What these tokens do is you'll have the supply holder, he'll kill the chart, but the way that you know that the chart's not dead is you gotta check that like hourly, because what they do every once in a while is they'll throw in on that token just to make it move. And there's people that have gotten really good at this. And the game isn't about getting lucky. It's about knowing what the actual behaviors on the chart actually mean. So ask me questions about crypto. Like, what I've learned in the last month and a half about this is that it's not about chance. You're asking me questions. I'm in the dark. I'm staring at a chart, like usual. And after today's experience, I figured out exactly what's going on. And I've got people in a stalemate right now because I see the behaviors on the chart and I'm taking screenshots of it. These people are absolutely insider trading. Like, they're insider trading to the point where if they see a wallet that they don't recognize, or if it's against them or something, they know that it's a bad wallet or something, that they're not in the clan, then they don't pump the token. Now, it took me a long time of staring at these charts and like staring at the amount of money that's going in and coming out. Like, there's nobody throwing $50 at a token without any sort of half guarantee or most guarantee that they're going to get it back in some way. And so I started thinking about that, and I was thinking about, it takes people to actually want to risk throwing $300 on a token for somebody else to pull it out when there's tons of 50s, hundreds that came in already. somebody's going to dump 3K. That's kind of strange. And I saw a pattern with this. So I started watching these dead charts, and I noticed like some of these charts are like literally they have personality. Like people are drawing cats on the chart with their trades. I shit you not. They have that much control of the prices because they're holding that much money. And that's how corrupt the trading space is in crypto. Like they're fully controlling the prices to the point where they can draw on a chart. You know, they're throwing money in there just to like it's a what is it called? A dragnet. There's just a whole dragnet of fucking accounts. Like I see people sitting there launching pump and dumps saying, "Oh, this is going to 1 million," and then fucking dumps it at 20 at like 15K regularly. Like these people are committing full crimes. These aren't just like silly crimes. This isn't just like a few kids trying to make money. No, they're making millions. These people on Pump Fun are making millions, and they wouldn't want the secret out. So that's why they don't want me to be successful. But guess what? I found the secret. I see what's going on. And it's too bad that you didn't let me in. Or at least just make some fucking money. They've been purposely fucking with the charts on you guys. If you're trading in crypto, they're watching your wallet and they're purposely fucking bullying you, like pushing you around and shit. It doesn't matter how much you hold in the token. I throw 40 cents at it, it can turn into 400. It depends on how long are you holding, what's the history in your wallet. Are you in the clan? You're not in the clan, we're not pumping this shit. You know what I mean? There's people that are like, they're running these programs to specifically point out particular laws. The entire world is so corrupt. It's insane. Like, look at this price. The fucking price is going back up. This is insane. You gotta be kidding me. Like, this is market manipulation to the max. You know, there's a bunch of people sitting down, not doing anything, letting the fucking leader bounce around on their liquidity. And they're supposed to just sit there and fucking handle it and take it. And basically, I followed a trail, all right? What they're doing right now is they're trying to get FOMO back into it so they can keep taking away while people are in FOMO mode, right? These charts, they're made to look dead so that everybody dumps and then the big whale can come and buy in. That's the types of wallets they're going after, are the wallets that look dumb, too patient, I guess, or whatever, you know. They're looking for idiots, basically. They're looking for people that are on their side or complete idiots, or people that are incredibly patient. That's the other type. So if you hold a token for a month, there's a chance that you'll see $3,000. But you have to hold it a whole month. The thing's dead. It's like down to a fucking dollar for like the longest time. But the whole thing is, if your wallet doesn't appear, then they can't like look at that wallet and be like, oh, that wallet exists. They would have had to detect it right in the beginning. And maybe they did scan for that. But if you held while it fell all the way to the bottom, didn't buy in, the next time they check, they're not going to bother with the beginning part. They're looking at the last buyers. So I'm seeing the pattern, and it's full on market manipulation. If you're a trader and you've been losing bags, yeah, you're not imagining it. They've targeted you. They like de-targeted you. Like they won't invest in something that you're in. You know what I mean? Because you're not their group. But if you do join their group, which normally I think what they do is they get like you to send them coins, and then um basically like now they know your wallet address, and now you're in the clan. Like you've given full permission directly to them to know that that's you, stuff like that. Like so it's just very interesting out here. Like right now I'm watching the behavior on these charts. There's one I don't want to talk about it until afterwards. I'm screenshotting it. I'll talk about it after the fact. But there's a whole set of tokens that I'm watching right now that's like the behavior is insane. You're gonna hear about it. There's a token that just recently launched that has hit maybe 20 million in just over like a day and a half. All right, I'm not gonna tell you what token that is, but if you know, you know. And that led me on to finding certain tokens in a certain trending pattern, and then paying attention to the new launches. I went into one with 40 cents, and it ended up yielding me like $5, way up at the top. It was like 60K or whatever. I got in at like fucking 5K. And the fact that I didn't buy in while it was going up means that they didn't like they didn't pay attention to my wallet. So being early is incredibly important. Only buying once is incredibly important because you buy again, then you're detected. And right now, I have triggered every one of these motherfucking tokens in a row to not send because I did activity in specific ones, but I'm watching them. And there's a certain behavior to their patterns that lines up with the trend. And now I see it. There's a bunch of people right now that are anticipating, they're waiting. They're like, okay, there's going to be something that happens. Don't know when it's going to be. And they can have all their bots set up. But here's the thing, what they're trying to prevent is anybody outside of their clan ever holding it back. Anybody who's trying to actually pull profits ever holding it back. You know, they're going after specific behaviors. This whole crypto space is like run by CIA and shit. It's run by like people that are in big intelligence. But I'm gonna watch these charts all fucking night because that's exactly how it happened last time. See, the token died, and I watched it because I've been watching dead charts. I watched it. It sat flat for like an entire almost an hour, and then went bam, 60K, 70K. I'm like, how are people still sitting there with probably $50 that they put into the token? How are they still sitting there? And I started seeing certain actions on the chart, like probably 3 weeks ago. I noticed them where they were almost drawing on the chart, and I was like, oh, right now I'm like, oh, I see. And there's like an end game to this. So if you want to get on Endgame, there was a token that I called the other night, Doom. Treat it like a blue chip, just hold it. I think it's going to go to like 5 million again. Because it's one of those tokens that's so verified that like, you can't just make another Doom token and be like, hey, this is the cool one. And especially the fact that there's no actual vamp on this chart. There's no strong vamp on this chart. I'm seeing slow movements up and down, just like Cash Cat. So I think Doom has a chance to go up very high. Probably a 10x from here. But I would hold for like the next month. It's going to take probably a month. But it's going to be like, one second. So basically, I noticed how these people jumped around on the chart. They're like literally drawing cats on the freaking chart. I saw a middle finger drawn on the chart on one of these. I'm not even shitting you. The thing had a middle finger. It had a fist and middle finger coming up in the middle. I have a screenshot of it. But it doesn't matter what level you're in when it comes to these other kinds of tokens. So the thing is, every token has a level where, you know, certain people are supposed to sell at certain points in time. They're like, well, you're the top position in this clan, so you get to pull out your 500 first. Like they're doing like frat boys, fucking, you know, house group type shit. They're doing gang shit. They're doing insider trading, and they probably know about it, but they just don't care. But I caught on to what they're doing. That means I know what I'm doing. And it's gonna be a new craze. Keep an eye out for those kinds of tokens. There was 3 or 4 of them that I called out last night that went through the fucking roof. You got Wrap Toads. That one is now at like 250,000. Insane. Insane. Another one went up and then down. It died. That was Toad with Hat. Pretty sure they've already made one. Oh wow, so they really love Elon, huh? They love the fact that the dude's just keeping his mouth shut about all this. This is obvious what the hell they're doing. This is so obvious if you actually know, if you can read a chart. If you're just a fucking aper, you'll never know what they're doing until they get you into the fucking room. Yeah, that was an interesting token. There's another token. There's like a few tokens that like if you grabbed them, oh, you can. That's funny as hell. Okay. So what their plan is they have fun with all of the robots fighting each other and stuff. They have all kinds of fun with that, and then they let the chart die, and then they come back. So when you're buying at the high, like understand once it's already been pumped, it's already bonded, it's already on 57K, it's on 100K. Unless that shit is like unique and has some serious backing, you get lucky as hell. There's about a 5% chance you're gonna get lucky. You might see a 10x. Okay. Chances are you're not. The chart is going to die at some point. So what you have to do is you got to expect to pull out your initials and let it die. You can tell that these people are highly advanced with what they're doing. Yeah, it's Every one of these charts is like. Every one of these charts is like. I don't want to say it yet. I want to say because this craze is really sick. What they're doing is they're cheating against the cheats. Just the people, one person botting, they're using it to destroy them. So anybody, any wallet that is not in their group, they're trying to destroy. Okay? Do not invest. Ask me questions. You're already in it. This has gotten very interesting. Give me a minute. Ask me questions. Put in the comments. I literally have the comments open. You see all messages just in case. Dude, this thing really needs to hurry the fuck up. This is getting really annoying. Like, that's insane. You're telling me that this chart is having no problems doing that? But I don't even want to show you this one. No. Yeah. That's quite interesting. So when they leave behind like a 3-4K market cap, it's not always going to be a dead chart. What they're banking on is that you forget about it. You don't buy in before they go to the sky. But I keep chasing it down another 20 cents. 20 cents. I know at some point it's going to go through the fucking roof. Like, look, this chart, I'm going to screenshot it. This chart is so stupid looking. It looks like it's dead, but I know for a fact it's not. I know for a fact it's not because you can see it's trending. I took a screenshot. I'll have it available later to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But I've caught on to what the hell they're doing. And there's a lot of people that are sitting there waiting for this thing to fucking just blow. All right. So what they're doing, I see exactly what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, I see exactly what they're doing. So I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what they're doing because it's also a strategy about using it. What I can say is that, would you like to pay for it? Okay. A few things. Now I know. So what I did was I took initials and I'm leaving behind whatever fucking dust was in that load. and I'll wait an entire day. And you might see a 10x on that. That's how they're multiplying their shit. And they're all guaranteeing each other. If the token dies, then they get paid back. Then they can help pump the token back up through crazy programs and stuff. They'll be able to grab all of their profits back. But I see their game now. And I see the game that can make me win too. The only problem is you have to do it with tiny amounts of money. So I just pulled one of their strategies and I bet they saw it and they were like, what the fuck? Oh shit. They got spooked on that. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm in the murky water, seeing what they're doing. I'm in the fucking mud right now, seeing what the hell they're doing. These aren't flukes. These are literal controlled campaigns to produce specific pumps for specific people. This is insider trading. I see exactly what's going on. And Doom token continues upwards, so that's great. So Doom is bullish. You guys got in it was like 460K when I called it last night. Now it's at 536, but it was up at 600 or 5. Yeah, it was up at 618. So you would have been up double or 50% at least. That's only because Doom has like long-term strength. And I see the dominance in the chart. I see that people are like heavily in, like they have power over the chart. And in a healthy way too, because they actually pump it back up because they want to get back in it. Because they don't want to lose Doom. Bro, look at this down and up motion. This is insane. Look at it go down and up. What the fuck? Have you ever seen a chart that wild before? That's bouncing up and down on fucking $600,000 of liquidity. Like, they can't handle it right now. They can't handle it right now. Okay. Anyways. You're gonna like ask questions. Dollars. Because of, yeah. Very interesting chart. Look at this chart. I'm going to try to show it to you without. Because I'm not trying to give all the nature voice yet. Okay. See that? That's too much activity to call it dead. That is not a dead chart. That is going to go through the fucking moon. That is a token that is right now, if you got it at this price. Oh, man. You probably don't even know what the token is. Like, I just saw them send one of these tokens up. 10 million market cap. Insane. What they try to do is they're playing with the charts to hit those buy orders, hit those sell orders, and test the other bots. And basically they're trying to knock those bots off. They're trying to get them to sell completely. And if they can get them to sell and run it up, then, they're out of range. And then they're like, oh no, I can't buy in. That's why you have a hard time trying to hit that button too. Because they're the types of moves that they're making, it's like heavy duty moves. I saw a lot of publicity for a specific token, and then I saw it die after I went in hard, and I realized there's a reason for that. Because they were way too hyped about it to be like, hey, let's let it die. They have, billions of dollars to throw around. What they're doing right now is they're hoping that whoever got in, me, goes to sleep. They can run it up and then, But they're also trying to battle off all the rest of the bots. If everybody else holds, then they win. The only reason why I know this is because I have held tokens in the past, and I've seen them go down, way down, way down, and then come back up. And I saw the chart for that. And I was like, how did that happen? That's weird. It's a coordinated effort. So Doom is up another, what? The last hour it's down. But like, oh, where is it? Right here. There. It was at 520, 520,000. Now it's at 542,000. So a slow moving, but really bullish chart. But yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you have in each token. You just, you throw $1 at it, pull out your initials, leave behind like 10 cents, and then it might go 100x. That's how you start off. I had that happen a couple of times, and I was like, that's what got me started. So what these people do is, when you buy in, they immediately sell. There's a reason why, because they're trying to trigger a stop loss. So if you set up a stop loss every time, you're gonna lose your bag most of the times. And you're never gonna see how these charts actually behave. I hear yapping in the other room. You're into yapping on the TV. But that's what that's why they say they pull out the initials and then they leave behind whatever's left. And then if that pumps 10x, then yeah, you have quite a lump sum bit. This one. Those experienced traders that are always just they're trying to manipulate the chart in some way, and for a good reason. Yeah, they don't want robots in it. But some coins are robot proof. Doom is one of them. Yeah, I don't know if it's a TV or what, but what is that? So now I can't hear myself think because the TV. This is what I mean. No, I can't operate. I can't function in these conditions. I need like full concentration. So fucking weird. Why are the people that I've had to deal with just so fucking rude? You know, the reason why I talk like I do is because I've had to deal with assholes my entire life. You shouldn't talk like me. That's how I get talked to normally. That's why it looks bad sometimes. It looks like, oh, they're being proper. No, normally people are not being proper. It's like here's somebody yelling at me from a TV. This is so stupid, man. Like, where's the consideration for human beings? Anyways, no questions? 11:30 at night, and I'm hearing a TV from the other room screaming at me. So if it's not the dryer and washer, it's a TV. It's a constant noise disturbance every fucking night. See, women don't actually deal with any real consequence for their actions, so they don't understand what it means. I have to concentrate and be accountable for every fucking action you take. I need to be able to concentrate, and I can't concentrate right now. She's the fucking reason why I can't get anything done. I did nothing to deserve this. I tiptoed through a fucking house to be able to get it. To get milk at night, I just tiptoe. I try not to make any noise at all. Tell me you can hear that. Like, all they have to do is close the other door. There's not their door, but there's another door. Easy. You got one of them in there complaining about everybody's etiquette, acting like he's like higher above everyone else. And then, but he's okay with this. What the fuck is wrong with this thing, dude? Yeah, people getting in my fucking way on purpose and stuff. You had to do that because I was succeeding without that in my way. Because every time I'm doing something that's successful, somebody wants to get in the way of that. Because you couldn't win on an even playing field. You always got to have an advantage. And that's why the world is the way. And when you're fucking starving one day because the world doesn't have anything to feed you, I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna suck. Because I'm not gonna be able to save anyone. Because I don't have anything. I really hope God saves y'all. So it's like a few people got bored. And that's exactly what I fucking mean. A few people got bored, they left the token, and now that token jumps back up, like in its place. Yeah, it got picked up at a lower price there. They're literally drawing in the chart. So how long is that? Yeah, every hour they're going to do it. Starting now. This is the lowest it's going to be. So I grabbed it there. I see exactly what they're doing now. They want to bond this shit so bad. I got a heavier bite this time. Yeah, they're trying to knock me off right now, but they can't because they don't have enough of a big bite. This is very. I want to see him try to dump it. Do the exact same thing. Show the same exact pattern and get a screenshot in. Yep, it's going down. Yep. They're trying to dip it down again. Like the chart was doing nothing. Now somebody's specifically gonna dump it on purpose because they're trying to trigger a stop loss, and it's like, guy, I caught onto your plan. I got it. I figured it out. You can't escape it now. I'm gonna chase you down to the fucking bottom. These fucking toad fucking things, dude. See, this person was complaining about the amount of supply that the people had in the previous token. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to like have an insider pump club. Let's check another one here. Because I see a few of them out there. If you grab those, you get lucky and grab those. You see automatic pumps every so often. Yeah, every one of these tokens has like an insider club. And what they think is they can control people's behaviors, and they're not going to be able to do that. So if you figure out what they're doing, you keep chasing to the bottom on a token that they want to really send it, especially before it bonds, they're going to get into spring motion. They're going to take irrational actions. These are not dead tokens. They're controlling who cashes out. They're doing a lot. they can't let it die for too long because then it'll get labeled as spam, and they don't want that. So that's why if you keep chasing them to the bottom, they they have to do something about it. I figured it out. It doesn't matter what price level you get in, but I'm taunting them by making trade activities. I figured it out. Should I chase that one too? Because they're the ones that are like promoting these to begin with. So when they're ready, they're just gonna go bing. It goes God candle, and they do that everywhere. I've seen it as it happens, and it's literally just all at once. What they're hoping is that somebody FOMOs and then loses their bet. They don't care about the actual like pump funds what's paying them through your fees. So when you buy into a token, you're paying pump fund. Pump fund pays the developer of these tokens. That's what they're looking for. Is they don't care about the trade. They're just playing with money just to throw it up and down. They don't need to cash it out. They're getting paid through developer fees. So they're holding on to your tens of thousands, millions of dollars, slinging it around like it's just monopoly money because that's all it is to them. That's why they can't just give somebody a bag either. They can't send it to somebody, be like, here's a donation, because they're not allowed to take that out. So their actual revenue is coming from developer fees. That's the scam. And if they can pull more of your wealth through the system, they don't care if you actually, they actually do care if you get rich because they don't want specific people to get rich. But they don't care if you have money or if you earn anything or if you lose anything. What they're trying to get you to do is just keep FOMOing to get you into a certain mentality. That's what they're trying to do. And it's insane. The levels that they go to is insane. It's demonic. And I knew it was that devious because I'm sitting here looking at it like, how is it I throw 40 cents on a token, barely gets noticed? Some people notice it, but not most. Throw $1 at a token, it gets noticed. Why? Huh. Because $1, you can determine the exact amount upwards or downwards. And you can punch it into a computer easy. So they think that I'm trading as a bot at that point because I go in with $1. But that's how I base my trades. I go in with $1. Goes up, pull out initials, leave it. That's what they do. You do it with $10 too, but it's like, do you have $10 10 times to chance it? So that's why you go with the trending tokens, and the chances of actually earning something are way higher. But with trending tokens, there's a lot more volume, a lot more liquidity, or there's a huge, much larger market cap, so it's a lot slower moving, and it's hard to see the actual wave upwards. If you got lucky on a 50x, 100x, pull out, pull out. But that would be interesting that all these really Meta tokens aren't pumping because I'm at. But they're not. Like, here's the thing: is I got in it. Somebody tried to knock me off, so the chart isn't dead. Like I put 37 cents on one. They tried to knock me off, but nobody else dumped, and that price went back up. Oh, that's convenient. But there's only 3 people here. Oh, I caught your little game. Why would you care if somebody has $1.91 and they pull out fucking like, you know, $20? Why do you care? What the fuck? The fact that they care so much, it's annoying. What they want is somebody to be able to get in there with a god candle, and everyone who is in that cult, in that game, is in that token, and that's it. No one else. And I knew it was something like that. I had a strong feeling that that's what was going on. And it is. And that's what's going on everywhere. So I pulled out my initials on that toad fart dust, and it's sitting pretty much 4 cents underneath where I left it. Isn't that convenient? Wow. Hasn't booked completely. But it's gonna dump down. Because they don't wanna they don't want to pump it right now because there's somebody that they don't know that's in the actual trades. But now that I know it's not a trading game, it's a what are you in game? Or who's in it game? Yeah, I changed my strategy quite a bit. Yeah, because we even have Claudius here. So Claudius, it fell down to about 114,000. That's a multi-million dollar market cap coin. That's going to hit billions eventually. But the chart right now is trying to like control who's in it, or just try to get rid of a lot of the low ballers, right? People who can't afford to lose anything, so then they'll sell once they get to a higher point. They want to get rid of most of them, so that's why the price goes down. The price is dipping. It's not because there's no interest in the token, it's to get people to sell. And if there's more people that sell, then there's less people that they got to deal with on the way up. So they're trying to trigger stop losses and buy orders. And like I said before, what did I say before? This is all dark money. They don't even need to cash it out. They're getting paid through your fees. As you're doing these trades in and out, when you're selling, buying and selling, they're making money on those fees. And then they pay the developer. Who developer? You fucking just sit there and tap a button real quick and launched it. Okay. It's not a coin developer, it's just a fucking scam artist. It really took me a while to figure the exact layout, the exact map, because now I'm able to map them, and it's easy to tell like who they are. They're like childish about it. They make it obvious. So this person thinks that they can dump it really low, like it's gonna matter. It's not, guys. It's not. They think what they're dealing with is a robot. But I saw them jumping up and down on the chart with nobody selling. There's hundreds of people in the token. Nobody's selling. Nobody has stop losses. They're just holding. That's strange. So I had to keep watching. And that's when I noticed, like, holy crap, nobody's even buying either. It's only the big guys. It's like you see massive moves on the chart. And then you see little tiny buys. So you see like $1 here, $1 there, $5 here, $10 there. Really small buys. And then you see $300 buy. They're not showing off. Those people are getting in at a low price. And they're not fighting for money to cash out. They're fighting for your attention. That's why a developer, they shouldn't be selling like until after everybody's dumped. Or if they got weird trade activity before and they sell, chances are they used the second robot to create fake activity and then got everybody to notice the token. That was in the mover section. People start FOMOing at it. That's what's really going on. I saw somebody throw $140,000 into a token, and guess where it went? It went down. The liquidity went down. People ripped the hell out of that shit. All right. And he said, pays to hold, as if he knew what the hell he was doing. All right. He held it down to 0. And then he started pumping it. And basically, he was like at 0 liquidity, but his liquidity top, if he gets it to the top there, he's basically holding most of the liquidity. But it's seen as that's how much is locked in the token. So he's holding the locked amount, basically. That's when he gets back in. Basically, they have a system to where they are supreme over whatever token you want to be in. It's fully insider trading in a way because they're also including their group behind the scene. I guarantee it that they're having conversations behind the scenes about all this stuff. And when they hear somebody like me talking, they're like, oh no, you figured it out. But that's strange how this other token hasn't moved at all. And it's way at the bottom too. What these people are doing is they're waiting. Oh, I want to say the trend so bad, but nobody's texting. I can't tell you guys what this trend is specifically. We'll be giving away some really good tokens. If you watched last night's channel or last night's show, then you probably know what these tokens are. So the problem a lot of these tokens have is that a lot of the dude, I can't hear myself think right now. That's on purpose. What I've also seen these people doing is triggering stop losses by dumping Solana. So a lot of these people have $1 billion. Oh, one of these is moving. It might be the one. The guy who wants to be the hero. Ooh, that one moved too. So there's certain ones that are moving, but seem to be specific reasons. Like, how are you gonna tell me this is a dead chart? No, that thing's coming back up. So just because it lost its liquidity doesn't mean that it's a dead token. You need to pay attention to the activity. The reason why bots are looking for activity is because without activity, yeah. Wait, what the hell? If I get rich on these polls, I'm a fucking genius. Like, the lineup of tokens that I have right now is too good. When people are saying that, oh, it'll come back up again, they actually sometimes mean it. But some people also don't actually mean it. Some people are just trying to get people to buy so they can fucking sell on them. But this gang didn't like the fact that I was acting like a robot. I know for a fact they must be looking at my wallet. They must be paying attention to behind. Yeah, it's pumping. That's pumping again. Yeah, it's going up. Like, everything here keeps moving just a little bit. One penny, another penny. Doom is bullish. Holy crap. Well played. There's one of these tokens that hasn't been touched yet, and it's just sitting at 5,000. It's 5,000 market cap. It's actually at 4,000 market cap. and I saw somebody buy into it. It's just so apparent that like if somebody's tracking my wallet right now and they just copied all my trades, this might get them fucking rich. These people use time to their advantage. But it's not automated. It's like half automated. They have the maneuvers preset to like just tap a button and it'll go. I'm just not going to make any activity on the wall at all. I play dead. Yeah, that thing's coming back up. Yep, ever. Yep. Exactly what I fucking thought. Basically, these things are winding up for a pitch. They might all happen at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I think that's what's going to happen, so I'm going to relax. I think this is going to be the game changer. One token can change your life. When you put 40 cents in a token, and the next day you wake up $27 richer and you're almost like $70 richer. Yeah. Realize that it's possible. See, I did the thing that you weren't supposed to do. I'm taunting them. The reason why I was able to pick up on it though was because they're so fucking skittish to begin with. You know, if I put 20 cents in, why are you selling? Dude. I noticed the behavioral patterns, that's all. Like I saw people selling an entire like 8K market cap on a 20-cent buy-in. What the fuck? Why? Why? It's because an unfamiliar wallet came into the scene. When I saw that kind of behavior, I realized that there is insider trading going on. I didn't know like what kind of language they're using until now. They're playing the waiting game. I think it's going to be another 2 or 3 hours, but it's been pretty much every hour on the hour. Apparently, what they also do by selling a token, they remove the call out from that token. It disappears forever, or at least on the pump fund interface. So if they gave a call out to a token earlier, they can just remove it by selling it. That token keeps going up. There's gonna be something. It's definitely doing something. That's gonna be insane. If I'm right, like here's the thing is that right now I'm holding only a limited amount of tokens. All of the tokens I'm holding have not changed value. In total, I'm staying the same. How is that possible? It's because these charts were bashed down until every person, every human trader, every fudder, every person that every robot is now out of the trade. That's what they're trying to do. Okay, we get another runner right now. I'll give you guys that one. It's Sling, the retarded bull. That thing has been going insane. And official coin has potential. Doom, it's been pumping. It's going to continue to pump. When I saw it at 500,000, I was like, that's bottom. That's absolute bottom. And then it went down just a little bit lower than that, 460,000. And that's when I was like, bam, that's it. There's 8,000 plus people holding it. It's only at 500K. I'm seeing 10 million, $20 million coins, $100 million coins in Doom, the most popular fucking game that to like have ever existed. You know, like it's that token is only sitting at 500K market cap. It was at 7.8. I'm if chill live stream. Oh, so I'm talking about crypto. Ask me questions about crypto if you'd like. But right now I'm watching these tokens and it's like I think something's about to pop off, basically. Like either these are gonna pop off when I'm sleeping, or they're gonna pop off like Doom is pumping. Doom keeps pumping. It's at 562K. It just keeps going up. It's insane. I called it. Like if you had got in, you'd be up about 40% or something. 35, 40%. But like that's the token. Like if you're not in on that token, that's kind of insane. So do I wait for a regular, like just a continuous FOMO pump? You can't treat crypto like it's stocks unless you know which token's going to be popular. And a way to be safe to test it is to go in and like pull out the original amount that you put in and just leave the rest. That's what everybody does. And if everybody had done that, if everybody does that, then you beat against the bots. Like I wish it was just public information. I wish everybody knew about it. But there's deeper stuff that I'm uncovering. Crazy ball stuff. Cool, huh? Yeah, you have to wonder why a chart like can be so slow, but the market cap is at 253,000. There's barely any activity on this chart. You're telling me that that's dead though? The pump bull was that pump the bull. Um, what they're trying to do too is they're trying to kill the chart before they pump it. The way that robots work is it does it automatically. You don't have a human that's like in between. You can't have a human that's like, no, don't do it, because the robot's programmed to do it automatically. Okay. Um, and when you set a stop loss, just in case, when your price is gonna go dip and tank, when you hit that stop loss, people can go to sell, and they can actually bypass your stop loss. So even if you put a stop loss, if a huge whale dumps, your stop loss has no effect because they leaped underneath your whole level. So that's why you see like sometimes there's like liquidity pulls and you're sitting there like, what did I do wrong? It like you didn't do anything wrong. There was a fucking asshole that liquidity rubbed you. So and yeah, that's how you can beat those stop losses. So that that person never actually pulls out any stop loss. They lose their entire fucking bag instead. That's if you don't have an astronomical priority fee set. Imagine you putting a $10 priority fee just so you can be first in line to be able to sell it to the bottom. That's the kind of shit that they're doing. They don't have to take chances. You know what's interesting? These 20-year-olds, they keep running around like Dex paid. The Dex has been paid, guys. Fucking nerdiest shit I've ever heard somebody say like they were excited to do. And they're so excited to say it because they have like legitimate money as the legitimate developer, as their handlers are behind the scenes and they can't show their face. And so they use, you know, like they would want to use someone like me as a face to go shill their bullshit. That's what's going on out here. You know, and I guarantee there's a couple people watching me right now that might be in on it, in on this shit. I believe that everybody's in on something at this point. I'm a loner, so I don't talk to people in groups. I stay out of groups. I'm in a more decentralized state of mind. So, but I used to be in the group, and I used to hear how horrible people talked about each other. Yeah. I know what people do in cults. So, anyway, after seeing what actually goes on, it really disappoints me because you could have done better. Everybody could have done better. Their answer to all the problems was to go into their little corners and hide away like little goblins. I was just already a loner. I walked away from the party. But you guys are in like goblin dens. Goblin den mentality. So isn't that interesting? A token that has so much high activity when somebody buys in, it's like, oh, I gotta shake them off real quick, isn't showing any sort of upward motion right now. They're trying to keep the chart dead. They're doing it on purpose. They're trying to wait until everybody's asleep. If you guys want to join my my call out page on Telegram, yeah, this is an interesting chart. What is it called? I'm gonna find it in a second. I'm on the live stream right now, and I've been kind of like hinting at this stuff. Basically, I'm trying to watch it through. If you want to check these out, look at them. Don't make any activity with them, because this is an insane situation I'm seeing right now. Like 30 minutes later. I don't have my notifications on Telegram, so I didn't even know that you messaged me. So sorry I didn't get back to you. But I've been keeping my Telegram off my anyways. Join that channel that I showed you. I'm gonna send you another link, and I'll post all the tokens there, and you can check out what's in there. But basically, when I'm gonna explain it in the actual channel, don't touch the tokens, or else you're just gonna end up losing your bag. Because that's what these fuckers are doing. They see somebody come in, they want to immediately. They're just going to destroy your bag. On top of that, they're trying to get you to sell. So on top of that, it is not even just the stop loss. It's like they're trying to get somebody to FUD out and just sell, because there's less people in on the token. They want OGs and their crew or something like that. They act like that, but it's actually their fucking insider cult. I figured it out. So here's the channel. I gotta check that one out. Again, I forgot about that one. Okay. So the channel name is, go to t.me/potential prospects with an S at the end. So it's t.me/potential prospects. And I've been just like putting random coins in there, little information about them. Tortuga. I wonder how Tortuga went, if it ever changed, if it ever came back up. So I called it on my Telegram channel at 550K. Doom. But that was today. That was like last night, basically, at 9 or 10. But I called it before that at 460. I swear I have a piece of paper with it written down. But I figured out their strategy, and basically it's pretty sick what they're doing. It's absolutely insider trading what they've been doing. If you guys want to get in on the mess, then go ahead and join this channel. Potential prospects on Telegram. It's a public channel. You can look it up. That's an insane looking chart. And it looks so dead until you look up close to it, and it's like, no, it's not dead. Okay. I hear like demonic sounds in the other room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually edit these charts into a picture. And I'm going to show you guys the picture of this chart. I'm going to ask you guys, does this look like it's a dead chart to you? Holy shit, dude. Official coin just went double in market cap. Thank you guys. Fuck, man. I was waiting for a god candle on something, man. I'm like, dude, there's no way that it's just like just everything's dead forever, you know? All right, that's an insane chart, dude. That's absolutely insane. Just doubled. Bah! All right. Holy crap. Oh my god, that's insane, dude. That's all fucking day. That's insane. Like, all of its juice got pulled out and then bam. God candle. And I just got a 200% increase on that and I pulled out like that 50%. Bloop. Keep the initial, let it hang. That's beautiful. Because if it continues upwards, you know, then I'll get 10x potentially. Don't tell me Doom is gonna God candle. That would be fucking ridiculous. Like, these charts are so cute and just like so boring. Yeah, you don't see a God candle like that every day. Most of the time the charts are dead. But what they're doing is they're waiting until people like have left the coin enough. But this may not be done pumping. It might go 2x from there. So I just got 2x. I left an initial because I might get another 2x. So imagine pulling out two, like 100%, and then another 100% after that. Because what they're doing is they're trying to make sure that everybody who's just trying to come in for a pump and then dump is out. So one sell, don't play around with the chart, leave it at that. I got 50% out. I'm treating it as a what is it, like a known a blue chip. So hey, what's up, Chris? I'll be honest, these other meme tokens are pissing me off a little bit because it's like I came in at them at such good levels. It's below liquidity. This thing has gone below. All right, I'm going to give these token addresses in the chat. If you guys want to join it, go to t.me/potential prospects with an S at the end. It's a public channel, and I'll go and I'll start posting these. I don't want to give you the one though. There's one that I cannot show you guys. There's a couple of these dead charts that look like they just want to go up. I'm going to start one off with the retarded bull. Here we go. $1 million market cap. 20 days old. Two days old. Wow. Yeah, official coin just it just held its value. I pulled out half, and it held its value, and it continues upwards. So that's good. And then there. Okay, get back to the freaking wallet. I want to have a god candle and then miss it. I want to see a god candle on Doom. Yeah. Oh, look at the freaking sky, man. Because I called it so well. And I want to see it. Just like make that merge. Yeah, it's hard to really throw somebody off when they're already at like $1 4K market cap. So the chart goes down, goes up, it goes down, it goes up. The problem that a lot of people have is they see the chart go down and they don't never see it go back up because they don't hang out. They also don't look at the line chart. So there's different types of charts. You don't want to look at all the ups, down, up, up, down, down. You don't want to see all that. You want to see the line it makes. And then it starts making more sense. So I put a mystery token picture. And I'll show you guys. In a second. All right, guys. Give you 1 second here. I can barely concentrate with that fucking noise in the other room. It's so insane. On purpose. Like there's a door that, and they know about it. They sit there and eavesdrop on that fucking conversation. They can eavesdrop on everything but the solution, the simple solution. Doubt it. Okay. So look at this chart. Tell me that it ain't dead. Oh wait, I gotta go to. There we go. Tell me that it's dead. Does that look like a dead chart to you? Doesn't look like a dead chart to me. That's gonna go in their record books. That doesn't look dead to me. Mystery token. See, what they've been doing is they've been waiting and waiting and waiting. They're hoping that I get distracted and that I don't see it, because I'm one of the few people that aren't part of the group that are in on it. This is what I was saying before. I can spot a scam and I can stay the hell away from it. That's for sure. But you can also profit off of it. Doom is looking a little bit droopy, but I don't see any panic sellers. I think it's got a god. I think it's gonna god candle again. It's gonna go like 20%. So I put one in there. This one, no one can see it, is the retarded bull. Okay. We got this one, weird, wonky looking chart here. But like I said before, these charts are not dead. This thing has $1 million market cap. This thing is a behemoth. If you looked at the week chart, looks like it might be dying, huh? It's not. In fact, it's pumping right now. Okay. Will we see a god candle? Or will it go down? It might go down again. No. But it goes down before it comes up. So the whole thing is to not panic. But if you guys can find that one's like out of this world, man. There's 1.36 thousand holders, but the lore behind it is Slingor. Slingor is somebody who just dumps huge bags. He makes god candles. That's the one that I featured on potential prospects. I feel like I should like change that name though, because it's hard to say. Put on the prospects channel. I'm not. I wanted to name it something that actually made sense, but I was coming up with a quick name. I was like, not really thinking too much of it. So when they say it'll come back up, yeah, they mean it'll come back up in a few hours. It's not going to come back up. It might even be a few days. It might be a month. But if a token has backing, it will come back up again. Because they need to like save each other too. So this one has dropped quite a bit. One has dropped really, really hard. But yeah. Somebody in the chat said going to buy 4 soul in around 8 to 9 hours. That's gonna God candle the thing. It's nothing eventful yet. Solana's gonna have a dump at some point. It's been up way too long. Bam. Are we seeing another God candle? For official coin? Holy crap. See, this is easy for them to pump up because this is like 142,000. Bro, it's on. Like, it's going up. The official coin. It's a blue chip. It's literally got a blue chip. A blue marker. It's verified, man. It's not even verified, but it's quite the token. The freaking description is this coin is the official coin of all official coins. There's no vamp. I have a feeling that it's gonna do another one of those massive candles because that is massive, dude. That brings us to where we were at just one day ago. At that peak. I imagine that we can get above that peak again. I think that's what it's about to do. Whoa. This is hard to do. Like, you have to really know what the token's been doing for a while, then you gotta, like, chase it around for an entire, like, multiple weeks. But just to play it safe, because I believe that was a lot of money that was thrown down on that. Maybe I should pull out and leave $1 in it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna even touch that. Sound right. There's another token that if you guys don't even know about this, I wouldn't imagine you do. Let's see how many holders there are. There's 322 holders on this. Okay. It's known as Slingor, and it is over a year old or something. Oh, crap.
The kind of trades that they're doing, it's like part of the actual like personality that they try to have or whatever. You can like match them up based on their personality quite well. There has to be activity on the chart in order for the token to not be labeled as spam. So when you see activity on the chart, you see the token is not labeled as spam, you know that you're over the target. Solana just got slammed down. Everything just got slammed down pretty hard because Solana went down. Wow, another 10K off the market cap. But Doom makes it above it. That's insane. There's all the god candles, guys. Whenever they happen, it's so unexpected. You have to be like staring at your device the whole time. Craziness. So not in every case. If you hold every token, the thing is, one or two of them are gonna go parabolic, right? Out of like 20. But what does that mean, at the end of the day, if you're not selling out on that parabolic token? So these aren't like a stock in most cases, but I think Doom token is pretty much like a stock. Like, come on, man, it's the game. Like if you don't got Doom, you don't got Doom token, you ain't dooming. You ain't gaming into this space. So my best position on a trade on Pump Fun going up was $3. What's my worst? Lost 2.2 $2.26 on a coin on pump one. It's my official P&L on my app. It's my best and worst. Why haven't I? What is it? There's like on my other account, I think it's like TikTok coin went 200x or something. That was like 70x. I forget how much. I'm so tired. That's strange. There's the Phantom Bull. I wonder why it's labeled as spam. Not necessarily a good sign. That's not always a bad sign. Is that seriously breaking through right now? Wow. It just hit its head hard. Phantom Bull, I think it's going down. Wow, it continues upward. So Molly the Runner is another one. So Doom bounced. I think it fell to 500K for a second. Bounced up to 515 now. Yeah, these toads. Oops, I said it. Dude, those are some huge byworders. Holy crap. Oh man, I got eaten hard. You better buy that quick. Get in it. Pump it. That's difficult.
I don't know what to say about Doom, because that might have just doomed the token right there. Unless somebody can come in and save that shit. They can throw 20 grand at that. I think that just lost its momentum. Whoever did that sell order just fucked this token pretty hard.